Hello, this is ResilanBearcat, and welcome to our Apollo Let's Play series of Dyson Sphere Program. Okay, we're getting started here again today, and we have come over here to look at our purple science. Our science has stopped again, and we find that we don't have any processors. So the processors are out. There's no processors coming in, and when I go in here, so what we're going to do, let's do some investigation, and this will be a good little exercise. So we're going to come in here, we're going to look at production, and we're going to come down here and find processors. And let's see, I don't see any, there's processors. I have a consumption rate, but there's none being produced, and I don't think I was ever producing any on the local planet. However, we are going to go check on that. I might have been producing a few of them to start with. Now, if I look at the Apollo system, if we zoom out and we look at the Apollo system, we are producing a few, but look at that. We're not producing very many. And the consumption and the Apollo system is not real good, and neither is the production. The production is pretty bad. So let's go look around on this planet for a minute. And what I want to do is get over to my starting area. Oh well, let's see. This is on the equator. I think I'm probably going the wrong direction. My starting area was probably the other way. That's okay. We'll make it all the way around there. I'm just going right down through here. There's my, of course, no fuel. That's just for burn off, so we're fine there. We don't care about that. There is my other components. So let's see here. And there's my mall right here. We have made it down to my mall. Very good. This was one of the things that we wanted to be able to grab and just check out a few things for it. So one of the things that I wanted to check here while we're here, let's get a few more of these things because we don't pick them up automatically. And then what I need to do is, we've been producing some of those, but what I'm going to do is come in here and look at right here. And we see that we don't have any, yeah, it's remote demand. See, we are bringing in these remotely. So we're going to go to another planet. These are being produced in this system. They were being produced in this system, and we may have run into a thing where we've run out of some stuff. That wouldn't be a big surprise. Let's see here. Let's zoom out. There is. All right. Let's see. There we go. There's what I want. So Apollo 3. Let's see what Apollo 4 has on it. It has iron, not much iron, and copper, but I don't know if I was making stuff there or if we were doing it over here on Apollo 1. We got Apollo 1, 2, and 4, so we're closest to this one. So let's go to Apollo 4 first and just check out and see if there was anything here. So we're going to zoom in here and just crash land into this planet and go right over here. We are still pulling copper out here. There's stone that we're pulling out. There's iron. There's things coming out here. And these are, well, we've got circuit boards being produced here. But they're not being produced in any great degree of... We're not producing a lot of them. And in fact, these right here are not producing at all. And that is because I do not have the microcrystalline components. I don't have enough microcrystalline components coming in. So let's see. These are the microcrystalline components. That requires high purity silicon. Maybe that's the ingredient that I'm missing or short on now. I'm definitely producing it right here, but I don't have enough silicon coming in. Let's backtrack the silicon. Oh yeah. See, we have used up a whole bunch of the silicon. So let's see if let's see what the silicon situation is on this planet. Well, there's a lot of silicon on this planet, so we just need to find some additional silicon and bring it in. Let's see. There's a whole bunch of silicon right there, so we can solve this problem quickly. This is not going to be a hard problem to solve. We will come right in here at all these things. We'll stick that right there. We will, let's get it flying around. We'll put this in right here. There, we're pulling out lots of power now. Now let's see, do I want to just belt this over here? I could just belt this over here, and that's what I'm going to do. So what we're going to do is, I've got lots of belts. We will bring this over in here, and we'll just pull this out like this. Bring it over like this. We're going to bring it into just like that right there. Once this connects up, we will have plenty of high purity silicon coming across. We'll just join in right here. Oh boy, yep, that got us going back. But look at that. That is... Alright, we can take that out of there. And let's go ahead and put this back in here. What I want to do is rotate this around like this, where we get that out of there. That'll be one entire little thing. And let's see, we'll take that out like that. Look at there. There we go. That has no value anymore. Alright, there we go. Now, let's see. That one and that one are not being harvested. And I think we can cut that out of there. And grab this miner. Put that in there like that. Look at there. And that'll pull all of that out right there. That's got this one, that one's got that one up there. So we're pulling all of the ore. We'll let all that stuff go, and it will be just good. Now that's coming in and blocking these. What I really want it to do, I want this stuff to actually come in and sort in first. So before this comes in, I could just bring this down a little bit more. So I'm going to do something here. I'm going to take this out here. Like this. And then let's see how this works. I think this will do what I want it to. That'll come through there. This will come down, and this, I want this one to kind of stop running. Unless this, yeah. See, we're going to basically mine those out. Yeah, nice. Okay, that got my mines going again. At least I've got the basics going here and producing these things. I've got more. They're not being produced in any great number, but they are being produced. So now I could produce more of them, but the microcrystalline components requires copper. I have to have copper, iron, and there's not a lot of iron on this planet. That was one of the things. Now I could bring iron in and produce some additional things, and there's also stone here that we could export. But let's see. I think we've actually solved the basic problem that we came to solve. If we look here, we are now producing, we're consuming 100 a minute, and we're only producing 68. Now we need to produce some more microprocessors. So let's just put down, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to one of my, we've got an early mid-game. We've got processors at 3 per second. There's processors and components 1 per second, which is what I think I have down right there. There's those processors, but let's see, let's do mid-game. Processors at 6 per second. This requires circuit boards and components. This is components and processors at 3 per second. Let's do this right here. Oh, that's a massive blueprint. And this thing is going to require iron, copper, and silicon. We got plenty of silicon. And we can, the iron and this is the stuff coming out. That is the stuff going in. And we may have to bring the iron in through a tower. This shouldn't be a problem. So we're going to drop that down right there. And then what is it not going to like? It's missing. Oh, are we really missing a? Should have grabbed a splitter. I'm out of splitters, totally out of them. Let's see where we've got the problem at. We actually aren't going to need these splitters, so we'll take those out like that. And these are belts. Okay. Well, actually, I don't like this blueprint. Now that I see it, it's got microcrystalline processors and these, and that's not what I need. I just need processors. I'm good on the other stuff. So let's increase the size of my eraser and just erase all this stuff. There we go. Let's start over. Erase it all, start over, use a different blueprint. Going back to the mid-game and the 6 processors per second. This is the blueprint we're going to use. We're just going to increase the number of processors we're producing. We've got things coming in, we got things going out. We'll drop this down right here. Let's make sure that our power isn't going to be a problem on this planet. Oh, that's Apollo's system. I need to look at Apollo 4. Oh yeah, I'm going to be fine on power. Okay, and then with the things that I'm bringing in here, I'm going to need circuit boards and the crystalline components. So let's see if I can get circuit boards and crystalline components. That's processors and crystalline components. I need circuit boards and crystalline components. Early mid-game. Processors, there's components. And there's circuits. So what I will do is do circuits. Let's see, I'm gonna run these. I'm gonna put these in here on the same level as this. I'll come back in here. I don't have the I'm not carrying the lower tier buildings, so what I'm going to do is just update the facilities here. There we go. So there's the circuit boards, the copper and the iron, and then we need the components. And that's going to take silicon and copper. I'm going to turn this around and do it this way. It'll give me room in here to put a tower. There we go. And what do you need? Oh, once again, we need a higher level. Back to this. There's those buildings. Okay, don't need that. And don't need that in there right now. So those are the inputs coming in. This is the output coming out. Very good. So what I'm going to do now is do an interstellar tower right here in the middle of all of this. And then let's see here. What I want to do is, I wonder if I have anything, if I do a remote domain. Oh yeah, I do. storage. I don't want to do that. I can bring those in on a remote demand, so I don't know why I wouldn't. I'll bring those in. Remote demand, local supply. And go ahead and do this as a remote demand as well. Let's see if that'll fill in. It certainly will. So those two things will come in. Don't even have to bring that in. Now the silicon, let's see if I can bring in the high purity silicon. I don't know if that's going to be available. It is. It's available too. Very good. That stuff comes in. So, and then the circuit boards down here in the these are the circuit boards, and we'll wrap those things back around. See if we can't do this. Let's flip this path. Bring these over through here. And we will connect these things in. Alright, which line is this? Circuit boards are on the outside. This is where I do need a splitter. I need a splitter right here. Put one in there. Oh, I don't think that's going to work. I'm going to make it work. Like that. Flip that path. Flip that path. And then connect those up like that, and that goes in there. So that's my circuit boards, and we'll feed those things. And then what is coming down through here? These are the components coming down here. Feed that. It's one too far. Okay. Now the components. I don't think I'm producing any components, am I? Yeah, these are the components over here, and they are running back through here. Yeah, and they're coming back down into here. All right, and so I can run this. I don't know if I want to run the component. I can run the components in here. All right, so here we go. We got it. We got a plan. We not necessarily going to say it's a good plan, but it is a plan. All right, we got that. We got that. So we're bringing these items in. Look at these things are fully. All right. All right, and we're producing plenty of those. So, and then these are the components that come back down here. So it'll come out, and I'll run it around to here. So let's do this right here. We need the first things first. Let's bring that out here. And then what I want to do is bring the iron out here. There we go. And the power is not connecting, so let's get that done. Should hook up the power. Yes, it does. And we need to stick a power right on the corner there. And we might as well put one in here. There we go. That's all connected up now. Alright, so that means processors are being produced. The circuit boards. That means processors are being produced that are coming down through here. We should see. Okay, we've got to have these components over here being done. So steps, I guess step one. Bring that over here. and that over here. And then we can bring that there. And that's going to bring those things in around that. That's going to produce the components. Might not be 100% efficient here. Alright, and let's just run those back in there. And we will put these as the, where are the components? See them right there. What I want to do is, this is just literally storage. I'm just running it through there before I bring it down here. And we need to do a connection here. Let's do it right here. And I am going to bring that like that. Bring that over here. And connect that up like that. And then, of course, these things are coming in here. So what we can do is put those in here like that. And what that's going to do is we'll basically do those as supply. Now, I need to do something without bringing that through. I don't need to bring that through the building because that's taking up a spot that I need. So I can bring that down to here. So what I will do, take that out like that. And so we're just connecting things up here. So I'm gonna go back up, bring this over here, like over to here. I don't like doing that. So I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this differently. Flip the path. I can just flip the path and then it'll be on the other end. And we will bring these things out like this. Bring that in here, bring that in there like that. And cut that out. Okay. That being the case, I'm not sure that I think I want to upgrade this belt. Yeah, let's get that belt upgraded. Just out through here and then split that out like that. Now that we've got that belt done, we've got the processors coming in here. We've got the circuit boards. Now this will allow us to get some space warpers and bring a few space warpers in. Fine. Actually, I don't need. I think I will mark that as I just need 200. And it'll bring in more until it gets under 200, and it'll bring more. And see, this thing, people are requesting these things, so we definitely need more circuit boards. Now we are producing more of these than we need. Let's see here. But we don't have the capability of sending them out. But that's all running fine. I believe we will let that go. And that's the new production of some additional circuit boards. Now, we'll look at the numbers from a production standpoint. So if we come in here and we look at circuit boards now, our processors, we're not consuming any processors here. We're producing 140. So we've increased our production on Apollo 4. If I look at the Apollo system, which is what we really care about for this particular component, we can if we can find them. There we go. Processors. We are producing more than we're consuming. So we should have fixed the problem there within what we're doing. And we've got circuit boards being requested that can go out. And I don't want this should be local storage. The interesting thing though is that this is restarted. It was stopped momentarily. So there may be some other bottlenecks and we may have to investigate some more. We're getting to the point where we're gonna have to build some more things. But that at least gets us some production lines down. We are producing more. We're backed up on the processors. Wouldn't mind having some additional processors. I mean the circuit boards here, and having extra ones in the queue if in case we need them. But this tower is full up. We're sending everything we can out. This one, yeah. See, that's all full up, and we're producing these things. We should be good on that now. Here in the home system, we probably need to redo our science at some point in time and build us a science planet. That may be something that we go find the resources that we need and go build at somewhere along the way. But right now, I think we will hold off on that. Why are these things not? What are these little yellow lights about? It may be because of the extra products that we're doing. The speed up, the 2 for 1. It literally needs 2 per second, and that belt right there is only doing 0.75 per second. So, but we're producing more than we need even with that, so we're just gonna let that go. We're gonna ignore that. Pretend it's not there. Everything looks good. Ignore the man behind the curtain. So let's head back to our home system. So, which is just right here. Both of these things orbit that gas giant. And we will come over here to this particular land on this system. We get all the stuff. We can see that there are a number of items here. This is totally gone. There is nothing left here except that one little item. And feeding this, fortunately there's not a whole lot of demand for that copper ore going into this thing, but that's we are going to be running out of items on this stuff very, very soon. But so our drones come over here and bring us some new items. There are a few things though that we need to get because they're not in here. We are out of these. We need a new stack of these. We can just delete that. No reason to carry that. I'm not using these kind of miners, so I'm going to delete that. Don't really need or want that. Don't need that. All right, we'll put those back in there. And we will clean up our stacks of stuff and put things away. Or we will get things back out later. But we're filling up our inventory here. We don't need those. We've got a supply of those. Nice. There we go. It cleaned up quite a bit. And we're ready to go back out now for our next episode. So we're getting back down to, now that we've got that, we will need to get rid of the clutter on the ground. We want to get to sending stuff back out again and doing making our our items that we need to produce. We've got a whole lot of things on this planet, but our science is running. We're just about done with the research speed, and that'll speed up our research, and then we're going to be doing the Dyson Sphere stress system. And once we get some of that requires a whole lot of the different cubes. It's like it starts off with 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, and 5,000 to get to level 4. But we have to unlock a number of levels of that before we can do anything else. And what we were starting down the path of is, once we finish these things up here, these stress systems, we're going to quickly be at the point that we don't need anything but the white sides. So we're wrapping that up, and we're going to let that go. That is all for today's video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to hit the like button and leave a comment to let me know what you think. Please subscribe to the channel to be notified when new content is available, and check out the link shown here for more gameplay. Take care.